Hey, it's Foster, and I have been waiting to give an update on the S2000 build, so here we are. We're finally gonna start the car in this video, and as you can see behind me, I did get the car vinyl wrapped, so now it's all one color, and it's looking really good. But in this video, I'm gonna install my custom wiring harness from Dialed In Motorsports. We're also gonna be hooking up my ECUMaster digital dash, and a whole bunch of other odds and ends to get the car ready to go to the track. Okay, so let's start with the update on the custom wiring harness that I just got. I had this built by Dialed In Motorsports, and this is a K24-S2000 custom wiring harness, super high quality. So over here, we've got all the chassis connectors. These use factory chassis connectors, which is very nice. It makes everything plug and play. We've got the main relay hookup here, the ECU connectors, then we've got a nice boot that seals off the firewall with the Dialed In Motorsports logo there. And then moving up here, we do have some can expansions. So if I ever want to do a turbo or get crazy with my build, there are more can options for this harness. And then all the connectors on the engine side are really well labeled. You can see throttle body connector here. I've got the VTEC solenoid. So hooking this harness up won't be too hard. Everything is really well organized. So if you guys are looking for a wiring harness for your swap, hit up Sam from Dialed In Motorsports. He doesn't just do Honda, he does Subaru and all types of makes and models. And as you can see, it's super high quality. So this is one of the upgrades that I'm definitely the most excited about this season, which is my new ECUmaster ADU5 digital dash. As you can see, we've got a 3D printed surround here that my friend at work, Adam, helped me make, and that's able to make it pretty much look as OEM-like as possible. The ADU5 and the ADU7 from ECUmaster is a super bright display, so it'll be very easy for me as a driver to see all the important information I need while on the racetrack. I'm able to put whatever information I want on the screen versus other displays which are pretty limited to a basic preset layout. So I could basically make anything I want appear on my dash, and I have multiple pages to choose from. As long as you have like a CAN keypad, you're able to cycle through different pages, which is really nice and helpful too. So one of the things that's really cool is the lap timers that it's got built in. So when you get the GPS to CAN module, you can actually turn this into a fully capable lap timer, and you can even do predictive lap times as well, so it'll let you know when you're on a good lap and whether or not you should stay in it, which I find to be super helpful. But overall, I'm really happy with how the ADU5 fits in my S2000 gauge surround, and we did go through a couple different prototypes to get to this version, but I think the final version speaks for itself.
We got the ADU5 going in as well as one of their CAN keypads, but to tie in everything together, we have their pre-made harness, which makes my life a lot easier. Everything is labeled and actually has an extra Deutsch connector from all your IOs, so it makes running everything super easy. And not only that, but anything in the future to add on is also super easy. So huge shout out to those guys for making awesome product, and a CAN keypad for some functionality. So we need to get some mounting done, get the ECU mounted, button pad mounted. You can see the dash is already mounted. Kind of run everything where to go, and then just kind of run power and ground and wait on some more sensors to show up.
Today, Dylan's helping me get the new map sensor connected. We've got a whole bunch of different odds and ends in the engine bay that we're buttoning up. We got to get the new ID 1050s install the fuel rail, and we still have to figure out the fuel return and the fuel feed line. So a couple things to work on the engine bay side. And then I've also got Fred helping me out today rebuilding my front calipers since they're overdue for a rebuild, and just buttoning up the chassis. So yeah, there's definitely a lot going on today, and I'll try and give some updates on how the progress is going. It does take a whole team of people sometimes to come together to get your race car project done. so quick update on how things are going in the shop today. It's super hot out here, so I am sweating a ton, but we've been working in the engine bay. We've got the fuel rail installed with the Injector Dynamics 1050s. We've also got this map sensor installed with an MPT 90-degree fitting there. And right now we're working on fitting the intake on the car. So I actually bought a DC Sports intake and we're using that as a starting point, but we have a couple sensors we need to add, including the T-map sensor. Dylan's over there right now fabricating it to add those provisions, and then we're gonna get it back installed in the car. All right, it's Sunday and Dylan and I have been pretty much living at the shop all weekend trying to get the K-swap done on my car, and we are getting really close at this point. So we're at the point where this morning I picked up some fluids. I've got some oil that we got to put in the engine, trans fluid, coolant, and Dylan is finishing up the wiring. He's got a couple grounds left to hook up, but he's pretty much got everything done in the interior. He's got the GPS to CAN module mounted in the passenger footwell, which looks really nice. And we're almost at the point where we can key on the car. The engine bay is looking amazing. It's got a really nice OEM look to it, especially with the way that he's routed the wiring harness, and even little bits like we got the intake powder coated so it matches the valve cover. So everything is looking nice and proper in the engine bay. Looking inside the car, it also has a nice OEM-like appearance with the way that Dylan installed everything. Not only does the ECUMaster digital dash look really cool and just give the car a much more modern look, but looking under the dash, the ECU is mounted in pretty much the factory location. The GPS to CAN unit now lives in the passenger wheel well, and the 8-button CAN keypad lives where the radio used to be. So all of it has a really nice OEM-like appearance. All right, we got power, Dylan. Tell us what's going on.
So just updating some firmware, and then we're gonna head and get into the ECUMaster ADU software side of things. We're gonna start going through the checklist of, telling the ECU what it needs to see, making sure all the pins are reading what they should be, and then going to the dash and doing the same thing, and then making sure the two of them are communicating properly.
Okay, so as you just saw, we got the power running to the car, the dash is fired up, the ECU is getting programmed right now. Sam's actually remoting in from Dialed In Motorsports to get a base map on the car so we can get all the sensors programmed, and hopefully we can get at least a startup tune on it for tonight.
Almost 4.5 bar because the pump is flowing more than the regulator can bypass. So You're better off not using that type of regulator at all.